Hey friends, I'm Corina and welcome back to my channel. Today is day 21 of our 25 days of budgets and I cannot believe that we are almost done with this series, but I'm so excited to share with you today's video. It is all about goal setting and it's a perfect time as we look towards the new year to look at new goals to set for yourself. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so today I want to talk about goals, and what I really want to do is just share my tips for how to set your goals. I'm not going to tell you what your goals should be for this year. Obviously I can't do that. That's something that you have to set yourself. And I will tell you a few things of what your goals should consist of. They should be specific, they should be measurable, and you should give yourself rewards for them. But what I really want to share are tips that I've used and that have helped my husband and I when we are setting our financial goals for the year. So, goal number 1 is to be aggressive. Now, a little backstory here. I was a cheerleader in high school, and one of my favorite cheers was always the Be Aggressive cheer. And that's really what you want to do when you're setting goals for yourself, especially these financial goals. Now, whether you are on baby step 0 and you're just getting everything even, whether you're on baby step 1 with your emergency fund, or baby step 2 where you're paying off all your debt and creating this snowball, or 3 where you're putting your big emergency fund into place, or 4 or through 7, doesn't matter which step you're on, you want to be aggressive in putting your goals, in setting your goals, really. So, one of my favorite phrases is you should shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. And if you think about that in correlation to what your goals are in goal setting, you have to shoot big, right? You want to aim for what might be a big scary goal, and even if you don't quite make that goal, you will get somewhere that you can look around and say, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of the progress that we made and where we are. So let me share with you guys a real life example from my husband and I and our financial journey. So we started this process last year, so November 2015, and we were looking at this mess of just finances, and we set aside our emergency fund and paid off our first credit card before the end of the year. So within about 6 weeks or so, we'd gotten that done. Now, that's really fast, and that is, like I said, aggressive, but we hit the ground running, and we wanted to be aggressive, and we wanted to accomplish these goals that we could as quickly as possible. So for us, when it came time to set goals for this year, we again wanted to be aggressive, and looking at our finances and seeing what we'd done in just the first 6 weeks of our journey, we were terrified to set this goal, but we set a goal of paying off 5 credit cards in this year. By the end of 2016, we wanted to have 5 of our credit cards paid off, or 5 of our, debt items in our debt snowball paid off, whatever those items might be for you. So that was our big goal, and it was terrifying. And I remember laying awake at night, or just looking at our goals and thinking, I don't know how we're going to accomplish this, but it seems impossible, right? And there's that other quote too, it always seems impossible until it's done. So our goal seemed impossible. If you had sat me down last Christmas and told me what this goal would be, I would have laughed in your face probably. But that was what we wanted, and that's what you want to go for. You want to go for something that feels a little bit impossible, right? Because it'll work, well, 1, it'll make you work harder for that goal, and 2, you'll get to a place where you are really, really proud and really accomplished in whatever step you're on, whether you meet that goal or not. So that's really my first tip for you, is to be aggressive in setting your goals. Now, the second tip that I have for you is to, when setting your goals, not look around at what everyone else is doing. Now, I don't know about you guys, but as a Dave Ramsey follower, I know all about his daughter, Rachel Cruz, and she came out with a new book this year. It's called Love Your Life, Not Theirs. And I haven't picked up the book yet. I have asked for it for Christmas. But that principle is something that you can truly take hold of and apply it to every area of your life, especially this financial journey. Because it's so easy to look around, and especially with social media, you can look and see what other people are doing or buying, or where they're going on vacation, or what they're doing, or what they're getting their kids, or the car they're buying, and whatever they have, right? You can look at that really, really easily now that we have social media everywhere, and you can start to compare yourself to their life, right? You can start to say, oh my gosh, well, I wish I had that, or I wish I could do that. And wishing for things and wanting things and setting goals is totally fine. But when you start comparing yourself and judging yourself based on what you see other people have, that's not okay. So when you're setting your goals, I would encourage you not to look around at what other people have done. You don't know, A, how much income they have, you don't know how much debt they have, you don't know the size of their shovel for getting out of debt if they are on a debt-free journey. You don't know how long they've been on that journey. You don't know if they've received a gift of some, lump sum of finances. You don't know so many things about their journey unless, of course, you sit down and ask them those questions. But if you're just going on based on what you see in their lives, you don't know all of the facts, right? So it's best to just deal with the person that you know the most about, which is yourself and your spouse and your family, and to control what you can control. So control your controllables, which means that you should look at your situation and create goals based on what your situation is and what your needs are for your family and what your dreams are for your family. Where do you want to be in, the next year or the next 5 years, etc. So don't look around at what other people are doing. Just focus in on you and create goals that make you happy and that make you feel satisfied in your family. And the very last tip that I have for you today is to set goals in layers. So what that means is to set multiple goals. You want to set a goal for the year 2017, of course, but also set goals after that. Set a 3-year goal, set a 5-year goal, set goals that have a future, right? So that you're not just working towards this small little microcosm here that you can see right now and that you're in right now, but you're working out, in larger rings. So I'm using a lot of analogies today, but when you skip a rock, right, on a body of water, like in a lake or something, it doesn't just make, hopefully, if you can do it right, if you can skip the rock correctly, it doesn't just make one circle, right? It makes one circle and then multiple circles, right? It goes out. So that's what you want to do. You want to set goals that not only impact this first circle here, but that impact larger circles and that really help to create the life that you want to live. Not just the year that you want to live, but the life that you're looking towards. So again, for my husband and I, when we sat down and made this goal for this past year, 2016, in paying off all of these, these 5 debts that we had, we knew that it would set us up to succeed in the following year. And that if we didn't quite make that goal, that would be okay, but we would be at a really good benchmark and we would be at a level that was far past where we were a year ago, right? We know that we will never go back to where we were because of how much progress we've made and of what we've seen. And truly, it challenged us. There were times during the year where we would be right on the edge of being able to pay off another credit card, and we would talk to each other and say, okay, do we want to pay this off this month, or do we want to set it out further, or make it take a little bit longer? What do we want to do? And so it allowed us to make sacrifices in the moment where we felt like, okay, yeah, we can sacrifice a little bit here and get this paid off faster, rather than waiting on it. And having those goals, seeing goals that not only for this year, but for next year, and we even have a goal for once we're completely credit card debt free, we're gonna go on this dream vacation that we have. Having those goals helps to keep us motivated in the moment and helps us to see the bigger picture and the lifestyle that we want to live outside of just making these debt payments every month. So that's what I have for you guys today. I hope that these tips are helpful and that you are confident in setting new goals for the year 2017. I would love to hear what some of your goals are, so be sure to leave some in a comment below. I will talk to you guys soon. Don't forget to like the video if you've enjoyed it and subscribe for more. I'll see you tomorrow.